What's going on, you guys? Hi there. So many things that I have to share with you today. And let me turn my light on so you can see me. I have such a great topic that I'm going to be talking about today, and that is about imposter syndrome. Okay. So if you are on my Facebook page, make sure you comment your name so that way I know who it is that is on the feed, or you can register in StreamYard so that I know who is in the feed. And if you're on Instagram, thank you for joining me in this training. If you want to be more a part of what it is that I talk about with my clients and my customers, then you can also join in the Facebook group Social Media Marketing with Social with Rocky. So when I questioned you guys before about some of the topics that you wanted to cover, one of them that you mentioned was on imposter syndrome. And this is like the black cloud of things that people do not want to talk about, but it's so necessary to talk about it because it affects us. It affects our mental capacity when it comes to our business, right? So we're going to talk about it. And we're going to debate. I'm not going to say we're going to debate. We're going to pick this thing apart. I'm going to explain to you what it is. I'm going to tell you the different type of versions. And then I'm going to give you the 9 tips that is going to help you to get over imposter syndromes, okay? So if you have a pen and paper, make sure you write down these 9 tips because it is going to help you, okay? Hello there. So again, I can't see who's commenting unless you registered. So if you could just put your name so that I know who I'm speaking to, that would be fantastic. And I am looking for my chapstick. Here it is. All right. So when it comes to business, especially when we start being successful, pause for the cause. Especially when we start being successful, we get this little uneasy feeling in our gut. And the uneasy feeling is, hi, Mia. The uneasy feeling is telling us that, we aren't supposed to be as successful as we are. We get a little uneasy. We start teaching things that we have great knowledge about, but we get to the point of where we're like, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm even, right for this business, or if I'm even doing the right thing, or I haven't reached success the way that I'm supposed to be reaching success right now. So maybe I'm not where I'm supposed to be at this moment. Well, all of those things are false beliefs, okay? And hopefully you guys signed up to join in the InstaBiz University beta test, because in the beta test, the first part of what we're talking about is knocking out those belief systems that you have, because the belief systems that you have is absolutely going to tear you down and tear you apart, okay? So let's get started. Imposter syndrome. What exactly, and I have my notes over here, so if I'm looking over here, it's my notes. What exactly is imposter syndrome? Okay, imposter syndrome is that feeling of insecurity in your business. It's the feeling like you are a fraud in your business. It's the feeling that usually strikes successful people. Okay, if you look up the definition of imposter syndrome, it literally says it's something that affects successful people. So you should have comfort in knowing that, number one, if you are feeling this way, that you are a successful person, because you are feeling this way, right? So I know it sounds kind of weird right now, but trust me, if you didn't have any kind of success or any kind of higher mindset or state of mind of how you feel, then you would never even think that you have an insecurity. All right. So you have to be successful. So number one, don't worry about it. You guys are successful. Okay. At the end of the day, because you do have this feeling. And that's what the definition of imposter syndrome says. Okay. Thank you, Anthony. You're so sweet. All right. So again, you're successful. If you have imposter syndrome, you're successful. You're already winning, all right? You've already reached some form of success in some way, shape, or form. You have had a win if you have imposter syndrome, okay? So there are 3 types, and I'm sure there are much more, but I'm going to dig into these 3 types because these are the types that I've seen to be the most prominent when it comes to imposter syndrome, okay? The first one is, I am a fraud, okay? I am a fraud. I am not who I say I am. I feel like, there's other people out there that are way more better at doing what they're doing besides me. So, I just feel like eventually somebody's going to call me out or state that, okay, well, she don't know what she's talking about because of A, B, C, and D, okay? It's that fear that somebody's going to, expose you for what you are and what you aren't, okay? That's the fraud fear, all right? Number 2 is the thought that was all luck. Okay. That was all luck. I was not supposed to have that win. I wasn't supposed to get that client. That just happened by chance. It wasn't because I had the skills to draw them into me. It wasn't because I reached out to them and asked them if they want to work with me. It was all sheer luck. Okay. That's the second imposter syndrome. The third imposter syndrome is this old thing, or, oh, thank you, girl. That feeling of, you know what? I can't take a compliment. Somebody can tell me that I'm the best in my business, and I have this attacks me a lot. People say, you know what, you rock at Instagram, like Anthy. Oh my God, I love her. But sometimes she gives me so many compliments, and I'm like, oh no, I don't think so. When you're unable or incapable of taking a compliment, that is another form of imposter syndrome. Okay. So one is the thought that you might be a fraud. Two is the thought of, that was just luck. And three is the thought of, you know what? I can't take a compliment. This might be an issue. Okay. And I'm sorry. I am not trying to step on anybody's toes. And trust me, this is me too. I face imposter syndrome. So we all in this together. It is okay. All right. So why do we feel this way? And how does this creep up on us? Especially when we're doing so good with everything else and our business is rocking. Why is it that we can be so successful? And it's so funny because I felt this after my first and second launch. My launches were amazing, but afterwards I felt like a fraud. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I don't know about this. Even after I got my 10K in sales, and even after I got the 8K in sales, and even after I made $500 in a week from digital products, I still felt like, oh my gosh, I don't know, you guys. And it sounds so ridiculous because it's like, duh, if you're successful, then why are you feeling this way? Okay. So it does creep on us. All right. So the first one is potential overpraise from our parents. Okay. Our parents, and focus on this when you're working on with your kids too. Okay. Our parents are the ones that are supposed to boost our self-esteem and tell us that we're the greatest and stuff like that. And when little Johnny brings you the picture and you're looking at it and you're like, oh this is so cute, Johnny. Is this a dinosaur? And Johnny's like, no, mommy, it's you. And you're sitting there like, oh, that's great, Johnny, because you're not going to tell Johnny, all right, Johnny, don't do that to me, Johnny. This is a dinosaur. This is not mommy. Okay. No, you're going to overpraise him. You're going to be like, no, that's a great picture. And you do great in that soccer game. Not that you're supposed to, shut them down, but in our lives, someone continued to boost our head to where we think that we need to always be on top. Okay. Most times it's our parents or whoever raised you or whoever pumped you up in your high school. A lot of women that get a lot of praise for beauty in high school from their friends, they get out of high school and those friends ain't there no more. They go to college. All of a sudden, they're not top shit. They have it because no one is continually praising their beauty or how great they are and that sort of thing. Okay. That's how they can get it. All right. And the next thing is women, minorities, LGBT, or somebody that is not set above the rest of the people. Okay. So, and I'm not going to get into, privilege and all these other kind of things, but I'm going to speak on this fact. Okay. And this is a fact. So if you are and I'm just going to use me, if I am a minority in a community, right? If I'm a minority in a community and I am booming with business, banging things out, making sales, and I'm looking at the rest of my community and they're not doing as good as me and they're not into business, they're just kind of living their daily life and they're not, I'm dominating and they aren't, that's going to make me feel like something's wrong, and it sounds crazy, I know, but if somebody else is not doing as great as I am and I'm in their same demographic, women as well, mostly women, and I'm not in their same demographic, that's going to make me feel some type of way, okay, should I be this successful when everybody else isn't this successful and we're in the same demographic? It's kind of weird and it makes you kind of worry. Okay. So it's strange because we should be happy about our success. But when I'm a woman and I look at all other women and they're not, dominating the business like I am, should I be dominating as much as I dominate? Okay. That's another reason why we might have imposter syndrome. And the third one is I can't even say this word. Meritocracy. 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 Whatever. Being compared to others your whole life. That's pretty much what it is. When you've been compared to people your whole life, Okay. It's like you're constantly in competition. Okay. You're constantly in a fight to be better. You're constantly in a fight to be the best. And then when you get out there in the world, it's like the same thing. You want to be the best Instagram strategist. You want to be the best virtual assistant. You want to be the best business coach. You want to be the best. Okay. Because in your gut, you've always been the best and you're going to be the best. And when you come out there and it's so hard, you're not so much the best anymore. Okay. So that's another reason or another thing that can cause imposter syndrome. Okay. And if you have siblings, this is something that happens with siblings. I know me and my sister, she was very smart in academics. I was very smart when it came to sports. So, I mean, I was the athlete and I got praise from the athlete and she got praise for the books, but we were always in competition. We weren't compared. My parents treated us both the same and fairly, but between us, it was like a competition with us. So stuff like that can also cause imposter syndrome. So how do we get this out of our system? Should we get it out of our system? And what are the 9 things that we need to be doing to get this out of our system? Okay. So hopefully you have your pens so you can write this down because it is going to help you out. It has started to help me out as well. Okay. So number 1, know that having imposter syndrome is completely normal. Okay. It is a normal feeling and it is okay. Going back to the definition is it strikes successful people. Okay. So if you are successful, it's telling you you're successful because you're feeling this way. Okay. So the feeling of being an imposter is completely normal with any business or whatever it is you're trying to thrive on and strive on. Okay. It is normal and it is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. All right. Number 2, take a tablet, write down everything that you have already done, everything that you have already accomplished. This is going to be a great reminder of, excuse my language, who the fuck you are. Okay. Great reminder of who the fuck you are. If you ever have that moment when you're just like, I just feel like, I'm not doing good. I'm racking my brain. All I got to do is whip out the tablet. I'm going to read the tablet. Oh, okay. Well, Rashida did this. Rashida did that. Rashida did this. Rashida did that. I am the shit. Okay. Boom. By imposter syndrome. Okay. So that's the second thing. The third thing, talk to somebody you trust and talk to somebody that will boost your spirits when it comes to this. Okay. Like my favorite people to talk to are Lanita, Ashlyn, Rosanna sometimes, I just talk to as many people as I can that are supportive of me. They've always been supportive of me and vice versa. I've always been supportive of them as well as many women in here. Angel, you guys are awesome. Mia, we support each other. So if you're ever feeling that way, personally, hop in my inbox. Y'all know I love to talk. So hit me up and say, you know what? I have this business idea, but I'm not feeling too easy. And I'm going to be like, psh, psh, get out of it. Don't, hello, you know who you are. You land clients left and right, boo. Get it together. Whoop, and grass you back up and we're good to go. Okay. So confide in that person that you love, that you trust, and let them know honestly what's going on with you so that they can help you work through this and give you the confidence you need because they know you so well. Okay. The next thing you could do is seek a mentor. Get someone that's higher than you in your status in your business that will definitely help you out and guide you on how to get through this and could potentially help you out with your business. Okay. So mine is Jenna Saward, Gary Vaynerchuk. Even though I don't talk to him directly, I look up to them and their advice. Jenna always talks to me about mindset and the universe. And it's so amazing because she pulls me right back to the ground. And she's a mentor to me. Okay. So talk to people that are above you, that have been through this before, that have been in business for years more than you have, and have them say, hey, I need a mentor because I'm going through this situation. Okay. Find yourself a mentor. All right. The next one, which is going to be weird, but it works. Become a mentor yourself. There are tons of people looking to go into the industry that you are currently in. There is something about teaching and instructing people and helping other people that makes us feel better about ourselves. Now, don't do it if you don't want to. Don't do it and use them as a crutch, but in yourself, go help somebody that is looking to be a part of the community and be a part of what you do. Okay. If you see someone that's like, I'm interested in being a virtual assistant, or I'm interested in being an Instagram expert or a social media manager, I'm gonna say, you know what? Let me help you in that. How can I help you? Even in today's world, with everything going on, the minute you step outside those lines and you start volunteering and assisting, it makes you feel like $1,000,000. Okay, because you're doing something beyond yourself. You're doing something that's stretched beyond your own personal thoughts. The focus is off of you. You are not being selfish. There's something in that makes you feel top of the line. Okay, so become a mentor yourself. All right. The next thing, it's okay to not know everything, because we are constantly learning. You are never in this earth, in this world, in these businesses going to know it all. All right. And that's okay. You're going to learn, as you grow, because stuff is constantly changing. For example, I do Instagram. I grow Instagram accounts. Instagram changed way more than what it was when I was, starting out in 2010, I think it was. Like, look how much Instagram changes. I can never say that I'm going to know everything about Instagram. You can never say you're going to know everything about business coaching, because everything changes so much based on the society. Look at the pandemic. We are all on social media now. We are all doing social distancing now. We are all doing social practices, video. A lot of brick and mortar businesses are now doing virtual. Okay. If you were doing hair care and you were doing, hair care, you were doing barber school, a lot of people took that brick and mortar and they turned it into a virtual thing. Hey, I'm going to teach you how to do this online, because guess what? I still got to make money. I still got to do what I got to do, right? So everything is constantly shifting. You're not going to know everything, all right? Bottom line, you're not. So just accept that fact, okay? Number 7, praise your efforts. You are not alone, okay? Praise your efforts. Don't focus on the fact that it's done and it's not done. Praise what has been done and the fact that you are trying. Before I built my course, InstaBiz University, which I've been trying to build for 4 years, I was stressing myself out. Like, oh my God, I got to do 1,511 modules and I ain't did a thing. Or, oh my God, I just did 2 modules, but I got to have 4 done by the end of the week. Back in the day, if I knew this, instead of, reaching those deadlines and stuff, I would be like, you know what, Rashida, you did that. You put in the effort to finish those 2 things that you had to do during that time. Okay. I'm putting power in the fact that I did the work for those 2 modules. Who cares if I didn't reach it in time? You can always move a deadline, y'all. You can always move a deadline. If you ain't put it out there to the world yet, you can always move a deadline. You can always shift to the left and the right. Keep in mind, you're a person. You're a human first before these businesses, okay? You are a human first. If your human is not taken care of, your business is not getting taken care of. So praise the effort and the fact that you are doing it, okay? At the end of the day, that is all that matters, all right? Number 8, expect failure and be surprised by success. Weird statement, I know. However, it's the same thing of not having expectations. I've learned not to have a lot of expectations in people, in things, in events, in anything. Because guess what? If you don't have any high expectations, you can't get disappointed. What am I going to get disappointed for if I didn't even expect anything? We get disappointed when we have expectations. Okay, I'm dating a guy. In the picture, I expect what's in the picture. Tall, dark, handsome man. He drives a Lexus with rims on the car. That's my expectancy. I go to this date. He has a soccer mom minivan. He's 4'2". He doesn't look nothing like his picture. I've been catfished. I'm disappointed because I had these high expectations and it didn't meet anything that I expected, right? So when you go into your business, just go ahead and just go in there and learn. I don't like believing that there's any failures. There's no such thing as failure to me, because failure to me is just a lesson. Okay. Who put that stance on me that I'm failing? Me. Didn't nobody say, hey, Rashida, you're failing. Didn't nobody ever tell me I'm failing in anything. I'm putting that standard on myself. So rip that standard up off of you, throw it away. Okay. And just say, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And whatever happens, I'm going to expect that I'm going to, mess up. I'm going to mess up somewhere. You're not going to be completely perfect in anything. Okay. You're going to mess up somewhere. You're going to stumble over your words. I go live a lot. I don't plan a script at all, ever. I have my little notes and I keep it moving. I done freaking cursed in a Christian conference by accident. I didn't show up to an event without my cord from a laptop. Things happen, right? But to me, those were lessons. And then at the end, I was surprised by success, because regardless of all of that, people were like, you know what? I want to work with you. Like, I don't even care. Your personality is great. Who cares that you ain't got the laptop? We use our laptop. You know what I'm saying? So be surprised by success and do not expect failure. Okay. And the last thing, embrace and love your imposter syndrome. I know what you're thinking. Like, what? How am I supposed to do that? Okay. Imposter syndrome is a way to humble you, okay? It is a way to humble you and make you realize that, for one, and I'm a spiritual person, you cannot do things all by yourself without leaving God out of it. That's just how I feel about it, okay? So once you get to that high status of, you know what? I'm doing good. I'm making money. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm rocking it. I'm, me. I'm so successful. No, I feel like sometimes God kind of strikes you with the imposter syndrome so that you can be humble. Like, all right, no, you ain't got it together. Let me put this little pin in your head. All right. So it is a way to humble you. I'm not saying he does that, but I just feel like in my mind, it's a way to humble you and calm you down a bit. Okay. And it's okay. Again, going right back to number, what is it? 1, it's a normal feeling. It's okay. Okay. It's a way to humble you, accept it, and love it. All right. So this is my little spiel about tackling imposter syndrome. So I'm just going to go back and summarize that whole thing that I talked about. Okay. So the point and the definition of imposter syndrome is feeling insecurity or fraud or self-doubt. And it only strikes successful people. So you are already successful, and this is why you are feeling imposter syndrome. Okay. The 3 types of imposter syndrome that I talked about is the fact that you feel like you're a fraud, the fact that you feel like whatever success you have reached is because of luck, and the fact that you cannot accept compliments. Accept them compliments. You the shit, okay? At the end of the day, you're the shit, all right? Accept them compliments, all right? So how does it creep on us? Overpraise from our parents or our peers. The fact that women, minorities, LGBT, or somebody that has been in a situation where it's not as desolate, it's not so great, you're rising above everybody else, and it makes you feel like you shouldn't be, okay? And meritocracy, I can't say that. Meritocracy, I don't know. But being compared to others your whole life. Being compared with others your whole life and competing with others your whole life, okay? And again, how does it creep up on us? Again, how do you combat it, okay? Number 1, knowing that the feeling is normal. Number 2, revisit everything that you've accomplished, write them down on a tablet and keep them. Number 3, talk to somebody that supports you so that they can let you know that you're tripping, you're the bomb.com. Number 4, seek out a mentor that can guide you in this feeling and help you to overcome it. Number 5, become a mentor so that you can help other people and take the focus off of yourself and the me aspect. Number 6, it's okay not knowing everything, because we are constantly learning everything, and the corporate world, the business world is always changing and shaping and forming. Number 7, praise your efforts alone. Don't praise the goal and what you've done. Praise the fact that you are working. Number 8, expect failure. Be surprised by success. And number 9, embrace the syndrome so that it will humble you, okay? Yes, Ariel says, I talk to my life coach about this all the time. And yes, I have a life coach as well. And I actually just recently got certified as a life coach. And this is the biggest topic when it comes to mostly women in the industry, okay? And mostly minority women, honestly, in the industry. Everybody's experiences it, but we have 2 strikes. We're women and we're minorities. Those are the ones that really experience it the most. But, everybody goes through this, you guys. It is not a new thing, all right? It is not a new thing, all right? So and then the number 9, I don't know if I said it already, I'll say it again. Let it humble you. It's okay, okay? Feelings, definitely, yes, hit me up, Nisha, hit me up if you're interested. Feelings are definitely something that really tears us apart. When I went through your emotions and your feelings really do control you. But guess what? You really can control them. You really can. When I used to tell people you can choose happy, you can. You absolutely can. It is a choice. It is a choice. You have control of your mind, not the other way around. However, it feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? It feels like your mind just takes over and it's like, oh, whatever. But there's things that we can do to push past it, okay? So hopefully these tips on imposter syndrome has helped you guys out. If you need extra help or if you do need a life coach, go ahead and shoot me a message. But again, you guys, I'm just going to put it out there from the community in my Facebook group and the people on my Instagram page. From me watching you guys outside looking in, y'all are thebomb.com. And if didn't nobody tell you, y'all are the shit, man. Your businesses are on track. Y'all are managing life. Y'all are managing kids. Y'all are managing business as well. You guys are rocking it, okay? And yes, you might have that little fear in your head about imposter syndrome, but at the end of the day, you are doing the damn thing, okay? Give yourself that credit. Give yourself that credit. And one last thing I'm going to tell you guys when it comes to business, take a freaking break, man. You don't have to do everything all the time. And that's my problem. I try to do everything in the world with all of my business. And I just, I don't even take a break for myself sometimes. Sometimes I have to take a break. You have to. I don't care if it's, meditating is great. I love meditating. But if you need to grab you a tub of ice cream to sit in your bed and watch a Netflix movie just for 1 hour, a half an hour, or however long it is, do it. Take that break. As my teenager walks across the back of the room. If you need to do that, take that break, you guys. Relax. You're going to drive yourself nuts and you're going to be no good for your business anymore. All right. So make sure you do that. All right. So love you guys, sending lots of love. Hopefully this training has definitely empowered you. If it has, make sure you share it. Okay. If you're on Instagram, it's going to go into my IGTV coaching series. So follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, at Rocky Media Expert, and I will talk to you guys later. Be blessed. This will also be blasted on my YouTube channel. So I will post it there as well. So love you guys and I'll talk to you later.